Hello, this is SJ Thompson Light coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. While we black people constantly going at each other's throat, killing each other, this gender war between black men and black women, while we steady hating on each other and killing each other and fighting and all this kind of stuff, they still killing us. And we still don't have any justice as black people. Instead of us redirecting and being focused on the right things, instead of being focused on getting justice for black people like we should, we steady fighting each other. Lashawn Thompson was ate alive by bed bugs in a Fulton County jail in Atlanta, Georgia. He was eaten alive by bed bugs. He was in a mental health ward. Hadn't been convicted or anything. Was being held on a misdemeanor. He was in the mental health ward. And they sit up there and let him be eaten alive by bed bugs. First of all, I didn't even know it was possible to be eaten alive by bed bugs. I know I've had some bed bug bites before. I didn't have them in my house, but when I was doing home care, I went to a client's house that had them, and my neck got tore up. I didn't think it was possible that they could eat you alive. Wow. I mean, I didn't know that was possible. But he was eaten alive by bed bugs. So that's a severe case of negligence on the staff's part. See, when black men get arrested, and black women too, it ain't just black men. We're presumed guilty until we're proven innocent. We're guilty until we're proven innocent. But it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But black people, we're guilty. We're presumed guilty until we prove ourselves innocent. It's the other way around for black people. And if you think it's not, then you're living under a rock and you need to wake up. If you think that's not the way things are, then get from under the rock and wake up. Case in point, my oldest son got accused. My oldest son has a skin disorder. He got accused. There's another young man walking around here with a skin disorder. Some woman, I'm trying to make this long story short, some woman accused him of attacking her. And my son had to go out of his way. He got arrested. His father told him to go down to the police department and explain the situation. That was a wrong move because they arrested him. I had to go bond him out because I knew in my spirit my son didn't do that. I went down and bonded him out, and he had to actually go get documentation to prove where his whereabouts were at the time that happened. At the time that lady said it happened, he had to go out of his way to prove his whereabouts. They wound up throwing it out of court. I was pissed. There's another young man walking around here with the same skin disorder. And maybe that's who did it. But my son had to go out of his way to prove that he was not even there when that took place. So he was guilty, but he was arrested. They arrested him. I had to go bond him out of jail. He was arrested. So he was presumed guilty until he had to go out of his way to prove himself innocent. So when you're black people, we are guilty until proven innocent. So when a black man is in jail or a black woman is in jail, they don't care about your health. If you get arrested, and you have health issues or whatever. I think that's what happened to Sean Levert. I believe that's his name. Sean Levert of the group Levert. They arrested him for child support or something like that. And he was having some health issues, and they did not address them in time, and he died. He was only in there for child support. He hadn't committed a crime. Well, they lock you up for child support, whatever. But he was in there for child support. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. He was having some health issues, and they didn't address them in a timely manner. This stuff happens to black men all the time. If you have black male relatives, or husband, or black male sons, you need to be concerned about this, black women. And it happens to black women too. It happens to black women too. But it really happens to black men. When a black man, before he even has a chance to go to court, where he's being detained, they don't care. They're neglectful. Sometimes they get beat up. They get mistreated. And this is the stuff as black people that we need to be focusing on. But no, we so busy killing each other. We're so busy trashing and bashing each other. We're so busy hating on each other, but we're not focused on these things. We need to redirect. We need to focus. We need to get our focus. We need to unify and get our focus. Because while we doing all that, they're waging war against us. They're trying to get rid of us. We still have no justice. Lashawn Thompson got eaten alive by bed bugs. That's a serious case of negligence, and I hope and pray that his family can sue and get justice. That don't make no sense. That could have been my son. That could have been anybody. Anybody's son, a husband, brother, uncle, or whatever in that jail. That's a clear-cut case of negligence. And this happens to black men all the time when they're being detained. Sometimes they get beat up. I think it was another young man, they beat him to death. He was under psychiatric hold, the same situation. And they beat him to death. I can't think of his name right now, and they beat him to death. Jaylen Walker. The young man in Akron, Ohio that was shot 40 times. And they claimed he fired a weapon. But if my memory serves me correctly, he didn't even have the weapon on him. It was in the car. I think the weapon was in the car. See, these police lie. The officers are not going to get convicted for his murder. So there's no justice for Jaylen Walker. They fired 96 shots. Hit him with 40 bullets. And you mean to tell me that these officers are not... Why do they, when it comes to black people, why did they always have to do overkill? Why did they have to shoot them so many times? This is what I don't understand. Why do they have to shoot them so many times? You guys ever wonder that? Why do they have to shoot him so many times? I don't understand that. Why would you have to shoot this young man 40 times? You wouldn't shoot no animal 40 times. Why would you have to shoot this man 40 times? Even if he was armed. But I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, that they said he had a gun, but it was in the car. That he was actually unarmed when they shot him. And then they tried to turn around and say he fired a gun at the officers. They lying. They lying. Because I believe that's the case where the gun was in the car, if my memory serves me correctly. Correct me, educate me in the comments section. But I think he did have a gun, but it was in the car, and it wasn't on him at the time that they shot him. That he wasn't even armed. But they lie. They lie. They don't want to release the body cam footage they take their little sweet time releasing the body cam footage because they want to alter it before they show it to the public. They want to edit it. You know, that stuff can be edited. People can edit. People do it on YouTube all the time. You can edit videos. The reason why they take their little sweet time releasing the video to the public is because they edit it first before they release it to the public. These police officers all over the country are crooked. Now, there's some good ones out there too, but they're crooked. A lot of them are crooked. A lot of them in the police systems are crooked, and they need to weed them out. But I believe that they're lying, and they're lying in this case. And these officers are not going to be held accountable. That was overkill. They did not have to shoot that young man 40 times. That's ridiculous. So black people need to focus. As black people, we need to focus. We need to stop all this hatred towards each other and focus on justice. That's what we need to do. Because guess what? They're still trying to kill us. There's still systematic racism. All that stuff is still going on. It hasn't stopped. Why we so busy fighting each other? All this is still going on. Black people, wake up. Wake up. And I don't care if I sound redundant. I don't care. Because all this stuff needs to stop. Young lady, black femicide, another femicide case, was killed by her boyfriend or husband, and he ate her lungs. See, we got some demonic energy out here, people. We gotta get prayed up out here. We gotta start getting prayed up. I mean, we gotta do some serious praying. It's some demonic energy out here. Some of these black men are on some demonic stuff out here. That's some demonic stuff. That's demonic. When they be doing stuff like that, that's demonic. It's a lot of demonic energy out here. See, we in our last days, and Satan is turning up the heat. We got to put that armor, that spiritual armor of protection on. We need our spiritual armor. And we got to really get prayed up, family. We got to get prayed up. It's some spiritual attacks out here. That's demonic. He ate her lungs. That's demonic. Ladies, you got to be careful with these men. You got to be careful who you messing with. That's another video. Don't be so desperate for a man that the red flags are usually there and women ignore them. That's just, oh God. Just when you think you heard it all, I don't know about you guys, but just when I think I've heard everything, and just when I think I've heard it all, I hear something else horrific and shocking. We got to get it together, people. We got to redirect ourselves. We have to focus. We got to stop all this. And while we doing all this hatred and stuff towards each other, this is what they're doing to us. They're still killing, cops are still killing black people. There's still no justice. We still have no justice. They let Shanquilla, the people that killed Shanquilla, they let them off the hook. I did a video talking about that one, where they decided to not file charges. We all know if she was white, it would be different. That could be you. It could be somebody in your family. And the same thing can happen. No justice. This is the reason why we got to fight for these things. And stop fighting each other. Something to think about. Hit me up in that comment section. Like, subscribe, and share. Until the next video, be blessed.